If there are those that you want to get to know more, or that you care about, or that you genuinely want to take the time to have a deeper connection with, then by all means, go in wholeheartedly. So basically, the next time you have an opportunity to listen to someone when they're spilling to you, listen with an open heart and an open mind.
Hello, and welcome to the Constance Messmer Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in.
I'm going to talk to you a bit about empathic ClairSentiment exercises. It's a little bit of a recap. Mostly, I'm going to look at two aspects. One is when you want to go ahead and make this kind of a connection. And two, when you actually don't want to make the connection and the connection starts happening to you, what you do in those moments and how to troubleshoot what the experience is all about. I hope to empower you in today's segment. As always, I hope to empower you. It's all about self-awareness and self-help, really. More powerful you. I encourage you to use the skills of empathic ClairSentiment to open your heart and to really be present with loved ones and maybe not so loved ones. I think it'll just help you kind of, walk in their shoes or get their perspective, which then, of course, touches their heart and it touches your heart. Now, I have to be honest with you, the flip side of all the warm and fuzzy feelings is, of course, the negative, disparaging, or uncomfortable or inappropriate emotional content that you could pick up. So, when in family gatherings or when in any social setting. So, either way, the exercises presented and the information presented here will empower you to be able to make choices based on your highest good. And that's always the best thing. Because I use my empathic skills a lot, I often use empathic ClairSentiment. To use my empathic skills, and those of you out there that know what I'm talking about, you use your body as a kind of a tool to ascertain information. And sometimes people do it inadvertently and they don't realize they're doing it. They feel in their body what other people are feeling in theirs. The other person or the other being could be an animal, a human, a spirit, a tree, a country, the planet, the whole planet. You could maybe feel in your body what the whole planet is emotionally feeling or going through, or the ocean. The sky's the limit with this. I have to tell you. So sometimes people that are really sensitive have these experiences and they might not necessarily know why they're feeling a certain way, why they're feeling a certain emotion. And it could be that they're picking it up from someone that they're sitting next to or someone that they're talking to over the phone. And it's not really their emotional content that's actually stirring up inside them. They're making a unitive link just by wondering, how's this other person feeling? How's the dog feeling? How's my kid feeling? What's that man feeling? What's that woman feeling? That preliminary curiosity makes the unitive link and you're in. You're in. And sometimes you don't even have to wonder how they're feeling. You're just walking by in your auric field melds with theirs and you're connected. And in that moment, you're getting an impression. Do you remember when I talked to you about ABC, awareness, breath, and care? This is like a really important toolkit for people that are empaths because it's important when you realize that you are super sensitive and picking up other people's thoughts, feelings, emotions. And today in particular, the ClairSentiment has to do with emotions. And so it's important to notice when you're having an emotional situation occur where you're not the originator of the emotion, and to take a breath in and exhale just to kind of ground and center yourself to go, where is this coming from? And so noticing that when you're in particularly curious what other people are going through, and maybe you could even use this as an exercise instead of asking your mate or your significant other or your child, how was your day today? Maybe you tune in initially and you just use this empathic ClairSentiment to find out on and take like a little pulse of what the day was like emotionally to them. And then you get your answer. Just trust the first thing that you feel, right, in your emotional space, and then check it out loud with them. Start, simple like that. Just try it as easy as that. You could also use it as an exercise that when you're conversing with someone and you're really wondering what the experience they're speaking of, how it really registered with them emotionally. And then you could say, wow, I bet that was really frightening, or wow, I bet that was really, you felt hopeless. These are deeper descriptive words than the basic happy, sad, angry, that we all grew up with. But maybe there's deeper emotions that the person is feeling and that you're helping articulate, or you're feeling because you're tuning in with empathic ClairSentiment. Because you're making this empathic connection, whether you realize it or not, and you're blending your energy field with theirs, it's important that when you're done and you're walking away from the conversation or hanging up the phone, or you're choosing to be kind of done with the engaging situation or conversation, that you really disconnect you just disconnect from the information gathering. How's that, if you will? And so a lot of times there's some people that otherwise would carry around that emotional baggage, if you will, throughout the rest of their day, and then wonder why they're feeling depressed or despondent. And it's really not theirs. It's because they're still carrying around, their pals' woes. So it's important that you realize that energy is a thing, especially for you, oh empathic soul. And it's important to say, okay, I'm finished with the connection. I don't need to know what they're feeling anymore. Got it. Totally empathized with them, totally was there for them. And for those of you that it's important to, don't forget you can cleanse and clear your auric space. So you just imagine the light shining down on your auric field and throughout your whole being, cleansing your vibrational space so that you're not carrying their stuff around. And it's important to return to your own energy in your own body, in your own life, and when I do this as someone that does reads on people and gets their pulse emotionally, and I use my body as a barometer, let me feel in my body what they're feeling in theirs using ClairSentiment. After I'm done with the information, they could come in all happy and they're like, okay, I just want to read. And I'm like, okay, you really want a divorce? And they're like, wait, what? How did you get that? I'm like, I feel it all over you, or it's in my soul, the immense sadness, or it's, time for a new job, or you're really still grieving your mother, or the loss of your mother. I mean, all of these things I can palpably feel in my body emotionally. And so it's important when I do reads and give information, soul information, when people say, I don't understand what's going on, something's not right. And I'm able to look at their past life, or, deeper in their current life with what thing has still kind of got a grip. It's important that I cleanse and clear and disconnect. So disconnect, cleanse and clear, return to my own awareness, ground, get back in my body, look around. There's the table, there's the chair, there's the clock. Okay, right. I'm here present. I'm not up in the ethers, still swirling in their energy space. So some of you listening need to remember to do the same, actually, that when you get in that relaxed, spacey state of tuning in to another empathically, or making that unitive link, which is just really what you're doing. But, it's just with the intention of knowing what they're feeling, and by you feeling it and registering in your body, that you take the time to just really disconnect and cleanse and clear, and that you take the time to validate and appreciate the energy being that you are, and how you're really melding energy fields. So the first part I want to say to you is that when you go looking for the experience, it's really important that when you're done, and you carry on with your life instead of carrying around theirs. Okay, let me circle back to those of you that are empathic and don't realize you're picking up other people's emotional content, and then what to do about it. So these are the people, well, anyone that uses their empathic skills or realizes, remember, the auric field is way out and you're walking by other people and picking it up. So I'm talking about crowds and airports and walking through the office. If you're super sensitive and you love those little cubicles, and now they've done an open floor plan. And now there's nothing to, kind of partition you off to as a fortress. And you have to remember to suck in your auric field to have your own fortress of your own light shield that I'm encouraging you to wrap around your body. But also realizing again that when you're going through an airport or whatnot, is paying attention to your emotions. Like, are you feeling not only just with clear sensation, downtrodden, but also clear sentiment? Especially when we're going to go travel, we're really excited usually. And then we're like cruising through. And then all of a sudden, it's not even that we're zooming in on the news or whatever, or thinking anything. It's all of a sudden we're just getting more sad or distraught or anxious, noticing that. It's always about, first of all, awareness, right? And then taking a breath to just cleanse and clear, pull in your auric field, realizing you're probably making empathic connections and picking up, some of the people around you perhaps, and just noticing like, oh, I have to kind of have my own pulse or take my pulse on occasion when I'm in crowds. This is you. I'm asking you. Do you notice that? Maybe, you go to the county fair and you're like, everything starts great. And then all of a sudden I'm just like, I can't wait to get out of here. It's not sensorial overload as much as it's also soulful overload, right? So to just pay attention to things like that. And then when you feel bogged down emotionally and your once happy state has gone to depressive state or whatnot, realizing, okay, take a breath, awareness, breath, and care. These are great empath tools. Awareness, breath, care, ABC. Awareness that it's something's different and not right. Breath, like taking a deep cleansing breath to kind of calm and get into your own space. And care. What do I need to do about it? Oh, I need to imagine light from the heavens raining down on me to shift my vibration, cleanse and clear all this stuff, sending it all up to the heavens where they can sort it and recycle it, the angels, and then suck in my auric field. And what's the further care that I need to do? Do I really want to go towards that ice cream booth? Or do I just need to kind of sit in stillness on a bench and just collect myself, or focus on the animals at the fair? Or do I need to leave, or do I need to just take a few deep, relaxing breaths to get back in my own body, feeling my own energy, returning to my own state of being, and feeling collected and whole and safe and sound? You might need to do these tricks or these skills or these methods with your children who don't necessarily know that they are freaking out from picking up other people's energy. This is important, right? This is how you teach your kids to be energy caretakers of their own soul. And sometimes we learn the lesson while our kids are learning the lessons too. We have to teach what we don't know, but we need to learn. So I invite you to pay attention to all that this next go and become your own energy master. I totally believe in you. Which is all the more reason why I say, when you're perceiving something that is uncomfortable, inappropriate, and not for your highest good, that you recognize that you are empathically picking up someone else's emotional content as it's directed at you or directed at others that is not okay and against your moral or your values or whatnot. And you get to choose what you want to do in that moment, whether you turn your attention away from them and clear yourself and clear yourself from their space, clear yourself from their energy field, whether you want to call them on it, what you're picking up, any of that, or not even engage with them, connection, communication, or anything. You get to choose what happens with your energy. You get to be empowered to say no, stand your ground, and differentiate and recognize when things are not comfortable and not for your highest good. And when there's a lesson so that you speak up, or when the lesson is just run for the hills. This person is really not someone to engage with, not even just being in the same vicinity or in the same room. This is, you know what you know, and it's about honoring that. However, If there are those that you want to get to know more, or that you care about, or that you genuinely want to take the time to have a deeper connection with, then by all means, go in wholeheartedly. So basically, the next time you have an opportunity to listen to someone when they're spilling to you, listen with an open heart and an open mind. Listen with the intention to feel emotionally what they are feeling in their body emotionally, and have it register so deeply that you cannot deny it. Then you are making a unitive link. You're making an empathic connection where you feel in your body what they're feeling in theirs. And with ClairSentiment, Empathic ClairSentiment, it's about an emotional connection. What are the emotions here? Realizing then what you want to do with the information once you've felt it, if you want to relay it back to them, or, give them a pat on the back or a hug, or I hear you. I can only imagine. I get it. I'm feeling it now. I feel what you're saying. And, just then use that in your response then to them. It's not enough just for someone to be really heard and understood. It's then, what do we do with that? How do we, kind of love or care for them deeper, or come to know them deeper, or know their situation deeper, or make a deeper connection, soul to soul, person to person. And then when you're finished with that and you've garnered the information that is arising in this opportunity of a more connected connection, then making certain that when you leave the exchange, that you really kind of sever the tie. Not really. I don't want to say sever the tie. Mostly just about disconnecting the intent. You unplug. You no longer need to get the information about how they're feeling. You don't need to worry about them or carry them throughout the day or whatever. You just were meant to get it when you got it, and then what you do with that information then is also up to you. I could go deeper here. You see me struggling. I'm like, how short can I make this? So just to realize when, it's a beautiful thing when you open your heart and you really listen and you empathically connect on an emotional level. Because ultimately what happens is you're transformed too. And that's really what it's all about. Okay, my friend, that's where we'll stop today or now. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate it. I appreciate my time with you each week, because it just is really lovely for me to share what I know, and know that I'm doing my part on the planet, and know that I'm encouraging you to do your part by becoming more fully alive. So have your best week yet, and know that I'm rooting for you. And I already know that you're an energy master, and you're really making it happen, and you're paying attention to all these lovely parts of your soul. Okay, so don't forget to share the love. If you like what you're hearing, tell your friends, family, cohorts, associates, and encourage them to listen from the beginning, because the lessons do build one upon the other. I do this to encourage spiritual growth and health. And I just think the world will be a much better place when we all start tuning in and living from our soul's awareness. And so I am really grateful that you are listening. I'm encouraging you to follow or subscribe. And I appreciate it, right? As always, thanks for tuning in. Legally speaking, this podcast is presented solely for educational, spiritual, and entertainment purposes. It is not intended as a substitute for medical diagnosis, treatment, or the advice of a physician, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. You should not use this information to diagnose or treat a health problem or condition. Always check with your doctor. Thank you.